truth and nothing but the truth, so that the pains and penalties of perjury. You may be seated. Counsel, you may inquire.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Officer Adams.
Good afternoon.
This may seem a little bit obvious, given both your title and what you're currently wearing, but can you tell us a little bit about what you do for work?
Yes, I work for the Rochester Police Department in the patrol division.
How long have you worked there?
Been hired for approximately 2 years now.
2 years. So last April, around when this incident occurred, had you been there for a full year at that point?
On the road by myself, no. Hired almost, yes.
Okay, tell us a little bit about that. Can you just explain the distinction?
Yes, of course. So you go through a long hiring process, background checks, stuff like that, and that sometimes it takes a few months. Then you do some training in-house with the police department, and then you go to the academy, and you go through the academy for a period of 16 weeks, and then you do field training on the road with a field training officer for approximately 3 months, and then you get released on your own.
So I just want to clarify, because I think I may have gotten lost. I want to make sure we're all on the same page. April 4th of last year, were you on your own?
Yes, I was.
You were on your own?
Yep.
Thank you for clarifying. Was that a new development for you in your career, or had you been there for a little bit?
Yes, it was. I was on my own for maybe a month at that point.
Were you on duty and working on April 4th, 2024?
Yes, I was.
Do you recall what shift you were working?
I was on the midnight shift.
Of course, as a rookie.
Do you recall responding to the area of 4143 Summer Street?
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about how you got called out to that address?
I don't recall who exactly called me. I just know that I went into shift early and was asked to head out to that address to assist with whoever needed assistance.
When you responded to the phone, when you got told to go out there, did you know the situation that you were responding to?
I didn't know many details, no. I knew that an incident had occurred and go touch base with one of the sergeants on scene to see where I was needed.
We all kind of visited a couple of days ago or yesterday the address is in question. How far is it approximately from the police station?
I don't know exactly, maybe a minute, not even response time.
Is it fair to say it didn't take you very long to get there?
Correct.
Once you arrived there, can you tell us a little bit about what you saw?
So I didn't really see 41 or 43. I went and touched base with my sergeant, and then my sergeant had me go do a different project.
So I just want to clarify, were you kind of on the street at that point? Did you get to the general street of Summer Street?
Yes, I did, yes.
Okay. And you said your sergeant did. I'm sorry, I just want you to, if you could repeat yourself on that. What did your sergeant ask you to do?
I went and spoke with my sergeant. Her and I walked to one of the neighboring houses to speak with the neighbors about the incident that occurred.
Do you recall which address that was?
I don't, unfortunately.
That's okay. Did you, at the time of this incident, draft a report?
Yes, I
As part of
did.
your duties as a police officer?
Yes, I did.
Can you tell us a little bit about the importance of the report?
We document what we saw when we arrived, the date that it occurred on, what officers writing the report, the address we respond to, who we speak to, what they said, if we got any footage or videos we include in our report, say it's attached to the case and information like that.
Would the address that you responded to be included in your report?
Yes, it would.
If I showed you a copy of that report, would it make you refresh your recollection?
Yes.
Page 6, counsel.
Thank you.
Your Honor, may I approach?
You may.
Thank you. Officer Adams, I'm showing you a copy of your report from that night. If you don't mind just briefly reviewing it, I believe it is the second paragraph, and just get back with your Honor. Does that help refresh your recollection of the address that you responded to?
Yes, it does.
And what address was that?
I responded to 41, and part of my report says I went to 38.
When you went to 38 Summer Street, can you tell us a little bit about what you did once you got there?
Yeah, this case
Yes,
is
so upon approach, I observed a ring camera. I knocked on the door and I spoke with the resident. My sergeant started speaking with her about the incident that had occurred, asked her a few questions if she had heard anything like that. And then we asked to see her ring camera footage.
Did you personally do that footage with
Yes,
the camera?
yes I did.
If I were to show you that footage, would you be able to identify it?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, I believe we will need to set up for another view. Thank you. Officer Adams, you'll bear witness for a moment. Counsel, this is two. Yes.
We may shift it.
This is actually just audio.
y'all get it together.
We're just moving because of the obstruction, Judge. That's all.
Yes.
Your Honor, with permission, I would step down.
Yes.
Your Honor, can you just briefly step down from the witness stand? Thank you.
I think she said it's just audio.
And counsel, this is a full exhibit?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Oh, this video.
Officer Adams, I'm showing you right now, it is a essentially still shot at the very beginning of a video. Does this look familiar to you? How do you recognize this video? Now, I just want to be clear, this ring camera footage, does this show you the specific address of 41 or 43 Summer Street?
It's next door.
What, based on your review of this, were you able to determine in reviewing this video?
I can hear the argument and the shots that were fired.
Oh, so we might hear a better insight into the argument.
Is this how you recall seeing the video when you viewed it?
Dang. Six shots.
Officer Adams, after you viewed this footage from the resident of 38 Summer Street, what did you then do?
I asked her if she was willing to send it to me via text or email, and she agreed to do so.
She did do so. Did that conclude your involvement? Apologies, you can return. Your Honor, this concludes our use of the television for this particular
Very good,
witness.
thank you.
These were pretty quick shots too. He said bang, 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 bang.
Officer Adams, I'll re-ask my questions. I interrupted myself a little bit there. Did that conclude your involvement that evening for the purpose of the investigation for this incident?
I spoke with the resident and her son from that location. I went back to the police department and I sat in the lobby with the suspect's daughter while she waited to be interviewed with detectives, and that was my end of my involvement.
I just want to clarify, did you personally interview the
I did
victim's
not.
daughter?
No, I did not.
After her interview was concluded, did you have any further involvement?
I did drive her home, yes.
Did that ultimately end your involvement?
Yes, it did.
Just a moment, Your Honor. All right. Officer Adams, I have no further questions for you. I imagine defense may have a few.
Counsel, questions?
Just a couple. Let me ask you something. You said you heard an argument and you heard gunshots.
In the video, yes, I did.
Yeah, okay. You didn't hear what was said prior to the gunshots.
I did not know, not in that particular video, no.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any further?
Just very briefly, Your Honor. I just want to clarify, when you say you heard arguments, was that the kind of noise that we heard just prior to the gunshot?
The conversation afterwards is what I was speaking about.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying. Your Honor, I have no further questions for this witness.
You can be excused, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so we knocking these witnesses out. Man, I didn't realize because we didn't hear much on the audio from the other video we saw that those shots were quick. He said, bang. He didn't really give him much time to do anything after that. So y'all have to let me know what you think so far. Do you think Jason Levesque is guilty, not guilty? Is it too soon to tell? We're going to get into some more testimony moving forward. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments and in the chat.